Hi, middle splits. When it comes to middle splits, I really feel there are two teams, the people who love it and the people who hate it. I hate it. Oh, and there are also the people who never practice, so they don't even know which team they belong to. But that shouldn't happen, okay? You need to practice your splits. So, as I mentioned in my video about front splits, when it comes to train people's flexibility, I have experience. And obviously I do train myself too. And really, I feel it is quite simple to get your splits. And that applies also to middle splits. So I decided to narrow down the training to the most essential 3 exercises that you have to practice. Okay, so now let me show you what those 3 exercises are. So the first one, I call it the frog. It's basically you want your knee, both knees and your hips to be on the same line. And you go down from there. So when you start, you may be really quite high, but then you're going to go down, 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 all the way down. When you're holding this position, you should not arch your back, okay? Otherwise, your hips will never touch the floor. It's like escaping from the stretch. So you want to push it down. You engage your core a little bit, and you want to go flat. You see my stomach is flat, and I'm trying to get it to the floor. If you're higher, it's the same rule, you know? You keep everything straight, and you go down. I recommend you to make sure that you can slide smoothly on the floor, otherwise it will be really hard, you will get stuck. So make sure that maybe wearing leggings is ideal, but you want to go smoothly into that. Otherwise, what you can try is to slightly move your knees like this, it helps to go down. You can also ask a friend to help out, pushing really slowly. So if you're practicing by yourself, you may not be able to see if your shape is right, if you're really always on one line. So what I like to do sometimes is to go back and forward with my hips. So I'm sure that sometimes I get through the perfect position. Okay, so for the next position, this time you're going to sit and open your legs. This time it doesn't have to be on the same line, doesn't have to be perfect. Just find the position that's not too easy for you, but not too uncomfortable, because now I will ask you to go forward. So when you go forward, you don't want to arch your back like this. It's not about taking your head to the ground. It's you want to touch the floor with your lower stomach. So lower stomach first, you tilt your hips forward like this, and then you're going to touch the floor. So it can be really hard, and you may have to stay on your elbows for a while, or even you may be stuck here for a little bit, but you will get used to it. So just make sure that you're not rounded. This is what you want. You can go back and forward. That's what you want to achieve. Now, as a variation, you can go to the side. So you take your shoulder to your legs, or lower. you could go with your arm too. Okay, and then finally, you will get into your split. So this time you really want to be on the same line. So from this foot to this foot, and then you have your hips in the middle. So you have to make sure you can use the lines of the floor that you're working with. That's very helpful. So you're gonna go down from here to here. And then with your stomach touching the floor again. So I'm aware it's not easy at the beginning. You may start here and then go all the way down. So for those who are not really close to the floor, I actually recommend you to use the wall to make sure that you will be on the same line. Let me show you that. So I think using the wall will really, really help you to stay on the same line. And also you can rest a bit of your weight on the wall, so you don't feel like all the weight is going towards stretching, so it might make it a little bit easier. So you're gonna put your feet touching the wall, and then your bottom touches the wall, and then from there you go down. And now you know that your position is right. Again, that's when you can do, this is what you can do after practice. At the beginning it's not gonna look like this. It would be more like right here. But now you have your progression and you know how to hold it. So that's it. Now you know how to get into your middle splits. Like I said, I don't really like middle splits, but I want to overcome that. So I decided to make a challenge video for my front and middle splits to take my splits to the next level and to show you how the consistency can pay off. So stay tuned, it's coming. Just give me a few months and then we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.